guys, so this is a full onboarding process tutorial for Aquin, and it's super simple. All you have to do is once you have downloaded Aquin, you have to click on start browsing mid-sentence, and then you'll be taken over here where you have to enter your mail that you want to set up your account with. And what it'll do is it'll check that if you have an account or not, so you don't have to go click any more buttons. You can just say if you have an account, you can directly enter your password and enter. And if you don't have an account, then just with one click you can create a new account. So let's sign in, and now I'm signed in. Now once I'm signed in, I can over here change my username, or I can change my profile picture. And I can also completely manage my account by clicking here. This will take it to this aquin.app/profile. So I don't really have to do anything here. I'll click continue, and now what you're taking here. So this is a little introductory to the assistant. So just how the assistant works, it's pretty much like that. So I can basically drag and drop this anywhere. You can just double click to bring it back to the dock, by the way. And like just the actual Aquin, you can alt Q and test out how the floating assistant will work when it's really on your computer. So here we get to see you can toggle what shortcut you want. So either you can have Alt plus Q, Alt plus W, or Alt plus C. So I'll just go with Alt plus Q. And then this is one of our latest added new features where you can toggle the visibility of Alt plus Tab. So when you do Alt plus Tab, do you want the floating assistant to be visible, or you don't want it to be visible? So I'll keep it visible. Now moving on, you can basically upload any kind of a file in Aquin. So this is basically an introductory part on that. And then here you can test out your mic before if you want to record something in Aquin. Then over here, you'll have to set up the tag tabs. Tag tab is basically a feature where you can tag or mention any tabs, and Aquin can script it out and then reply to you. So I'll just set it up. So if you don't have a Chrome extension, so we have a Chrome extension. So if you don't have it, you can just there'll be a link. You can click on it and you can just download it. It's super simple to download it. So if you're using any Chromium browsers, then you'll need the extension. But if you're using Mozilla Firefox or any Firefox based browsers, then you don't really need any extensions. So I'll continue here. Now this is again a very introductory part on a little mock-up demo pod for how the quick insight works. It's basically this button which when you click you get a proactive suggestion or whatever you're working on. Then let's just continue. Then this is the insertion. So insertion is so you generate a response, and then you can just click on it and it'll be inserted directly there. You don't have to copy paste, you don't have to do anything. Aquin will directly generate, just like the demo, into whatever app you are, any input. So in here I can have either two things, either manual selection where I select the input where I want Aquin to generate in, or I can just go with auto selection where Aquin itself finds the last input. So I'll just go with auto selection because I think that's more cool. Normal insertion and smart insertion. So the difference is, if you're taking normal insertion, so whatever response you're inserting, it'll be directly inserted. If you're taking smart insertion, then as per the context on what you're doing, what you're working on, etc., Aquin will rephrase the response to be inserted and make it more suitable for wherever you're inserting. So from there you can continue. Now here now we're on the AI provider step. So over here you have three options. So option number one is you go with Claude, where you have all Claude Sonnet 4, Claude Sonnet 4.5, and all these models, and you can select whichever model you want. Option number two is Hugging Face. So Hugging Face is pretty simple. So either you can add your token, which is not required, it's optional, and here you can edit which localhost URL you want it to be. If you're not that technical, then I would say that just keep it as it is. Over here you can save where the models that you download will be stored in case you want to use it with some other app. Then if you are already on the Hugging Face website and you're browsing, then you can directly put like a URL and the file wherever you want to download it. So that's a pretty easy way. Then we have selected some of the models which we use for testing local LLMs. So in case you want to do the pre-tested ones, then you can download one of these, or you can search any. So let's say I search some llama model. So as you can see, I have a bunch of llama options and I can download any one of them. The next option, which is the Ollama. So Ollama is pretty easy. So you just have to have Ollama running in the background, and you have to go to Ollama's dashboard and make it so it can be accessed by externals. And over here you can select. So I have these models downloaded, so I can delete, and it says connected, so that means I can straight up get on using it. So right now I'll just choose Claude. Let's continue. So over here, this is for MCPs. Now if you don't know what MCPs are, that's basically you connect to different services and then you can just ask Aquin to do things for you. So over here, what it's asking is that when you ask Aquin to do something like open Spotify for me, then should Aquin again take confirmation for you or not? So for this, I'll do enable for privacy and all. Now you're met with this. So these are all of our system connections. That means app launcher, file manager, and the clipboard. So you can enable them and they'll be enabled. So what quick action is that if you want that they should be accessible through the floating assistant. So I don't really want to use any of the MCPs right now, so I'll just keep them. Still, just the app launcher basically opens any app, so you can just ask the Aquin to open any app. File manager, through file manager, basically you can ask Aquin to completely manage a directory that you give permission to. And through clipboard, Aquin has access to your clipboard. Continue. Now we have browser connections where you can give access to your browser history, or you can have Aquin to open URLs for you. And then we have Google connections. So for Google connections, you have to sign in with your Google account. So I'll just quickly sign in. So while I'm signing in, I'll talk about privacy. So as you can see, there's a lot of features here which might make you think, hey, well, is this privacy free? How is it really private? Like, is this safe? And all. So everything that you're doing on Aquin stays in your computer. We do not store any kind of information. So if you're using local LLMs, then Aquin is like extremely privacy focused. It's super safe to use, super secure. But if you're using a third party like Anthropic or Claude, then the data does go to Claude as per their policies and the third-party API of things. So but still, we do not store any information, so feel free to use whatever you want. Everything is secure and we love privacy and everything. So I have signed in here, and now I can either enable Gmail, which allows Aquin to basically manage my Gmail. Same for Google Calendar, Meet, and Drive. So I'll just continue. So over here we have personalized learning. So personalized learning is basically whenever you send a message, Aquin learns from your message, and on the basis of that, it stores these keywords. Not more or less or keywords. It stores these precise information about you, so it knows more and more about you. So it's like more and more personalized. So over here, you can decide from what things that you want Aquin to learn. So I'm gonna just say that it can learn from everything. So you can disable the whole keyword learning. If you don't, it's cool. Actually, it's a good feature. So I would recommend not to. So you can disable context learning. So that will make Aquin only learn from your messages that you type and nothing else. Or you can enable it and it will run from both AI responses and your messages, and then you can also enable it to learn from attachments, screen share, and MCPs. Then we have Aquin's so now we have context windows. So what context windows are is that so we notice that there's a limit in how much context you can send when you're sending it through input. So that's why we build context windows. So through context windows you can have unlimited amount of rich integrations, and you can write context just like you write notes. So right now we have an example of how you can use it through Calculus Researcher. So like this, so you can be a student or someone researching on calculus. You can be mentioning whole PDF files, you can be mentioning whole sites, you can be mentioning stuff from your Google Drive, you can be mentioning your meets, events, even full messages from Gmail. You can be mentioning images, you can write code, you can also display YouTube, and you can even add Spotify apparently, and you can also display Xpost, and yeah, you can even display maps, and we have an inbuilt browser, so you can basically be browsing in. So it's really cool, and I think it's super integrated notes as well. So I think yeah, it's definitely worth giving it a try. And moving on, this is the last spot. So it's basically since we're in beta, and this is one of our last updates before getting out of beta, so we have a limited time offer that if you're using Aquin in beta, then we give out free credits for Anthropic with just slightly restrictions, but even with restrictions we have recovery. So I think yeah, it's definitely worth giving it a shot. So I hope this was informative, and thank you, and cheers. I mean, peace out. That's how it's gonna go.